So our first awardee is from the Northeast, Ms. Joan Myers. Well, she's representing the Northeast. For anyone who's attended the Global Women's Peace Network launch in New York in 2018, you will recognize this amazing woman. She sang some beautiful songs for us there. She was an amazing participant as well, so much to give. She is a gospel singer, a songwriter, and a dynamic performer. She's also a successful businesswoman. After an extensive professional singing career, which kicked off in 1982, she recorded her first solo album in her home country of Jamaica in 2000. And from there, her career has just took off. She's soaring through the skies. She has won many accolades, many awards for her for what she's achieved professionally. Singer, including, I'm just going to list a few here. Singer of the Year, Caribbean Gospel Awards, the USA in 2003. Performer of the Year, Caribbean Gospel Awards, USA 2003 and 2004. Lifetime Achievement Award, Caribbean Gospel Music Award 2006. And there's many more. I didn't have time to go through all of them. But even more than just singing professionally and songwriting, Joan also has a very deep heart. She desires to make the world a better place through her singing and through her music, allowing God to bring love and peace to the people who hear her songs and her music. So before we get to Joan, I want to invite up the person who nominated her and who, brought forth this amazing woman. That would be Reverend Beryl Green. Mrs. Green is our Global Women's Peace Network representative for New York State, and she's going to share a little bit from the heart what she knows about Joan and why she nominated her for this award. Take it away, Reverend Green. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay. Yes, good evening, everyone. To Reverend Sally and our president, and to Katharina, our vice president. It's an honor to be here with you and all our illustrious sisters on the line who have done great things. And to my beautiful sister, Joan Myers. This is a wonderful, not just sister, but aunt, any female position you want to think of, daughter, she's there. I am grateful to have the chance to nominate such a great woman of God. What do I know about her? I know about her because of the Grace Thrillers and all our musical career, yes. But then when I get to know her even better was when, we were preparing for our Global Women Peace Network program in Long Island. And Reverend Sally, we were looking for someone to perform. And I said it to Dr. Price, and she said to me, what about Joan? I said, I know her, but I don't know her like that. So she called her up and we got the information, and I called her today to speak with her. And there was a very unusual thing happening on that day. When I called her, she said to me, my father just died, well, we were talking about it just recently, and she reminded me that I didn't even turn to her and say, I'm sorry, to hear that her father died. What I did was I said, then it is your father who wants you, to do this, right? And I tried to inspire her because I felt that way, that God wanted her to do something like this and not to be, not to be sad and down and down and out. So when I spoke to her that day, I encouraged her, and she said, okay. and she said yes, but then the backstory behind it, when she told me the backstory, I was like blown away, because she said the people who were with her, her friends who were with her, encourage her and say, yes, this is, because she said, she told them, she said, can you believe this? She wants me to go, my father just died and she want me to go performing. And, but I believe that God wanted her not to just be there. That our father, who is a pastor, you see, because she come from a family of pastors. I think it's 9 children, a family of 9. And, her mother also, so they all grew up in the church. Her life was spent in the church. And, and not only just being in the church, but to service. She's always serving. So, I was impressed with that. So even though her father passed, she buried her father this Saturday, and she was back into New York for the program that we were having. For me, that is sacrifice, because normally when you feel you're the person who grew you, who you love, passionately, pass, and you were able to, even though that happened, to walk away from, to not forgetting it, but to be inspired to come to inspire others. She came, she did a great performance, but her heart was paining, but she never thought about her pain. She invested herself in inspiring everyone who came to that program. And the history is there. I thank God for that. Then I also want to say, that she worked in Brooklyn. She sing to what you call it now, presidents. Think about all these different people. The president. We have our Jamaica, what do you call him again? Prime Minister. All these, whenever they're having their inaugural event, that's who they call upon. She also did for Governor Pataki here. All these different people of high profile people, they always want to invite her because she inspires. So I feel inspired by her, because she's always upbeat, always want to do something to serve. She have this organization where, we normally where they give food to people, serve people in Brooklyn. All those people, she did all that in Brooklyn and more.
Right.
So I just want to say thank God for her, because she inspired me a lot with her music and her heart.
Okay. Thank you so much, Reverend Green. Thank you for sharing more about what you experienced of Joan's heart. So I think we're really looking forward to hearing from her directly as well. Let us pull up the actual award and bring up our president, Sally, to read the inscription and present the award to Joan. We could get that award up, and so everyone can see it as well.
Can we make that a little bigger, please? Anyway, Joan, it is my really great honor and pleasure, really it is, to bequeath to you the HerStory Award on this day, the 26th of February 2022, from the Women's Federation for World Peace. The HerStory Award recognizes on this date, February 26, 2022, we honor your exemplary commitment to using your musical and singing talents to enhance the life of others with love and compassion. We applaud your many years of dedication to be a light of God's love and to many throughout the world. President Saleh, and also I would say our founders' love is coming through this award. Please receive it, and congratulations.
Congratulations.
Now I'd like to ask you to share share with us your story, big nuggets of your story. Hi, Joan.
Thank you so much, Reverend Angelica Seeley. And to everyone on this platform, it's a sincere pleasure for me to be here with you. I'm just going to be sharing a little piece of my life and my story, and I hope you will be inspired. The gift of family is one of the greatest reasons that propels me to fuel a selfless lifestyle lived out of a deep sense of love for others. In Matthew 22:37-39, Jesus admonishes us to love the Lord our God with all our heart, with all our soul, with all our mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. A second is equally important when he says, love your neighbor as yourself. He was not saying that before you can love others, you must first love yourself. He is saying that just as you love yourself, care about yourself, think about yourself, we are also asked to love others the same way. I have a reason for having a focused sense of purpose in my life because there has been a call in my life. I have also realized that self-reliance always falls short and the world-denying solutions provide no answer in the end. Being called by God has never been for my selfish ambition or gain. He has called me to a greater commitment compared to how I feel about my vocational job, where I decide when I go and if I want to go and how I feel about that. But today I would like to highlight 3 bullet points of my journey in serving others and encounters and how I prevailed. The first is, I understood the call. Since I was a child, the selfless act of serving others was introduced to my siblings and I by our now deceased parents who served others diligently. This lifestyle of service was lived out before me daily and molded me into this role I'm being honored for today. And this legacy is the heart of my story. My siblings join me here today. Let me encourage you to continue to give until there is no more to give. Love until there's no more to love, because we cannot outlove the Lord. The struggle was real. My mother, I recall the story of my mother telling us that there are times she had 1 ripe banana to feed all 8 of us. The struggle was real, but out of the little, God allowed it to become much. Just like the 5 fish and the 2 loaves of bread that was used to feed thousands. Mama blessed the banana. Banana was multiplied and we were fed. That is my reason today that I learned how to serve and help others. Secondly, I responded to the call. Dietrich Bonhoeffer stated, the response of the disciples is an act of obedience, not a confession of faith in Jesus. This call has compelled me to respond practically and compassionately to human needs. I have felt pain in my calling many times in serving others, but it is in those moments that I realize that love is demanding and it requires a death to my self-constructed ego. In Luke 19:23, it clearly describes what is required if I am going to follow Christ. If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. This means putting aside my agenda completely.
We seem to have lost Joan.
I'm back.
There we go. You're back. All right, keep going.
I'm not sure what happened. I'm sorry about that. What an honor to be called to serve where he places me. Some of those places are extremely uncomfortable and deeply painful, but I stood and continued to serve because the caller called. He never calls the qualified, but he qualifies the called. There are times I feel like running away. There are times I feel overwhelmed and I ask, why me, Lord? But then why not me if I'm truly called? Do you want the most wonderful gifts that God has given to you to decay? Do you allow money to dominate your priorities, relationships, or time? There are many friends here today who can attest to my life of sacrifice to others, and the question is often asked by them, Joan, how do you do it? So many things, yet find time to get them done. My response is always, it is easy to do. It makes life living purposeful. And that there is a need that is always existing. You might be here contemplating that you do not have enough to help others. But the fact is, You have whatever you have, God can do something with your little and make it much. Finally, I embrace the call. There are many times in serving others where God speaks to me audibly, and I am confronted with my humanness beckoning to me saying in my Jamaican dialect, "You sure you want to talk about that? Why you want to help that person? Tell me if it is real." The response that confronts me is a question to myself. Am I called by God? And if I am, do I know my real purpose in life? Most times I can answer with a resounding yes. There are many times the gift of my family, I'm so sorry, the response comes from, I'm sorry. In a recent devotional reflection on my job, there was a picture presented to me of a tow truck pulling another tow truck. This reflection was what that reminded me, regardless of how strong I am in life, I do have breaking points, and it means that I need people and people need me. I'm always seeing a strong person outside, based on others are always seeing a strong person outside on me. But after being raised with 7 boys and 1 sister, I had to be strong. However, when you're called to be absolutely His, entirely His, all of His, the secondary things will remain where they are and first things become first. As a Jamaican, I hold firmly to the words of my national anthem, which says, "Teach us true respect for all, stir response to duty's call." In closing, while my service on earth is recognized by man, and today I want to humbly say thanks to the Women's Federation for World Peace USA for recognizing me with this award, I can say like Philippians 1:21, for me to live is Christ, to know, to love, to follow is life, my joy, my glory. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. That was amazing. That was beautiful. I know I'm gonna have to listen to that again. There was so many wonderful nuggets of wisdom and deep heart. You can tell that really come from your life experience. So we're so grateful that you were able to share that bit with us. Yes, I love that. Understanding,
thank you so much.
Responding to the call and embracing the call. So please write your love and your congratulations for Joan in the chat, and I hope she'll be able to read them. We're just so grateful and happy and proud to know you and to have you here.